All right, Cancer, here we go. October 2024. I think it's Rocktober for you. It could be. I don't know. So far, it's only Aries that's gotten Rocktober. Well, I got a pre-shuffle here. Let's take a look at it. All right. Two of Wands crossed by the Five of Wands. Try not to make... Well, you got someone coming towards you. At least they have the intention to. They're afraid you're going to rip their head off. Okay? Somebody wants to come towards you. They set the intention, but they're afraid it's going to turn into a fight, or they're going to embarrass themselves, or they're going to look stupid. Okay? It's an energy that's been attached to you for a while. Now, that can mean your long-lost runner, or it could mean a family member you haven't talked to in a while that you have a soul connection with. Whatever it is, someone set the intention to come towards you, is afraid you're going to rip their head off. About what? I don't know. I got 9 pentacles here. They're hoping you don't. They're hoping they could straighten something out. Straighten out 3 swords, 10 swords. And the fact that they want to maybe tell you that they know your value now. Now they finally see that you were someone they had feelings for, and they didn't know what to do with those feelings. And now they want those feelings. It's someone who didn't want it before. Now they want it, and they hope you don't rip their head off for showing up. I'm going to suggest you not rip their head off for them showing up, because they know not what they do. Okay? And I say that because of these cards, the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords. All right? It's just somebody wasn't even... When you cross paths with this person or had an initial spat with them that made them go away, nobody in this headspace, 10 swords and 3 swords, is able to see good from bad, the forest for the trees. Okay? So, they're hoping you don't rip their head off. They're hoping they don't make a fool of themselves. Take it as it resonates. I'm just riffing on the energy. All right? There's a lot there. But the same frequencies of energy will play out 1,000 different ways, like I always tell you. All right, here we go. Which is something you have to take into account, right? All right. And where all of our energies behave differently in the surrounding energies. For some people, the certain surrounding energies right now are a tough time. It's been a bad, tough year. For other people, their energies jive well, vibrate nicely off of the surrounding energies, and they're having a very smooth year. Everybody's different, okay? We always have to keep that in mind. All right, let's go. As far as this energy, I don't know. Let's see. Give me the soulmate cycle from the angle of Cancer for October. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Rocktober 2024, universe. Give it to me. It's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it, because I'm not a fucking Time Lord. Probably this energy stretches till about the middle of November-ish, the 11/11 portal time frame, I would say. 2 of Swords is your overall energy with 9 Wands. Somebody's very reluctant. Somebody does... This is an energy, when I see 2 of Swords and 9 Wands, it's that energy of someone wants to grab something and they don't. You know, I don't know. Or they're at the text and they're going to hit the send button. I don't know. Like, it's like that. Okay? So I don't know. Let's see. Oh, stop it. You're not going to spin on me, are you? Always a spinner. Okay. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right? Right here's how this person's behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. This is the hidden energy, message from the universe. And this right here is the potential final outcome. I am not doing a pyramid for the Cancer reading. And I did not know that until just now. I pointed here and I said, here's the energy of your connection. And I thought to myself, no, that's not right. And then I just kept going. I could not stop. Just like when it's time to stop shuffling, I cannot shuffle anymore. So this reading is not being driven by me. Okay? It is not. I don't know what's going on here, but all right. Energy around your connection. Yeah. A lot of love. Most love I could pull from the deck, the Queen of Cups. Holy shit. Somebody really wants to talk to you, but they're very afraid. They're very reluctant. They're very, with the 2 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. Should I touch? Right, like that. I don't know. What's the 3D energies around this person? What's going on in their fucking life? Yeah, they really want to talk to you. They're so afraid, though. They just, this owl really wants goose for dinner. It really does. It really wants goose, but it just keeps circling the goose. I don't know. That's a lot. I'm not going to be able to eat it in one sitting. I don't have an owl to share it with. What am I going to do? Am I going to hide the carcass? I mean, I don't know. Should I just be a piggy owl and eat the whole thing? Yeah. They don't know what to do. But they got something they want to tell you. Their soul is here. It bookends my little goose, who's definitely going to get eaten one way or another. Yeah, see? Right? It's the goat with its feet on fire. It's the devil. The devil can't get in the soul. I'm going to make that very clear. Because it's still to this day, when I say that, get people that say, what about serial killers? I'm so fucking sick of that. Okay? The heart chakra translates the messages from the soul to the brain. Okay? That's it. If the heart chakra is shut down, serial killers, people like that, I have been around hardened criminals. There is no heart energy coming out of those motherfuckers. Okay? I've studied human nature. I do my own research. I read the energy of people. There's no fucking heart energy coming out of anyone like that. The soul is perfectly fine, but the message can't get through. Right? It's just like in the old days you used to have cords on a phone. Right? You want to talk on the phone to somebody? That's fine. But if I come and snip the cord, you're not talking to anybody. You're just talking to air. Right? So that's what's going on. This is what's happening here. Devil energy can't get in the soul, but what it does is it surrounds it. And it creates this staticky haze, this illusion that someone here is, that it's where the fear is coming from. It feels like the fear of they're about to hit the send button, but then they don't. It feels like it's coming from their intuition. It feels like their soul is telling them, I shouldn't do this. Oh, my spidey sense is saying I shouldn't do it. It's not. It's a goat. This is where it's coming from. This is why, this is what's happening. So how do they fix this? How do they show up? By opening up the heart chakra further and canceling this energy out. The heart chakra energy is angel energy. It'll short this fucker out. Somebody's has been afraid to let themselves feel, because they're afraid that if they come in and say something to you, that you're going to shoot them down, or you're going to make them feel bad, or it's going to turn into a fight. It's all this energy here. It's all this bullshit. I'm telling you, deep down, the soul is on board. We'll see what happens when we clarify. What's the universe want to tell us? 7 of Cups. Yeah. There's a lot of confusion here. There is. Go. She gives the full cup. He says don't. Full cup. Don't. Full cup. Don't. Confusion. What do I do? It's a great big Calgon take me away moment. Oh my God. Potential final outcome, red with the Knight of Swords. The Sun. I want to tell you it's communicate. If I were a lesser reader, I would easily turn that card into communication, because that is YouTube gold communication for a tarot reader. You try to make as many cards as possible communication, right? 3 of Swords, communication. It's unreal. It's not. And I don't know why. And I'm being honest with you. You have to know how to say I don't know. It's all right. All right. It's proof that somebody's high vibration, right? I don't know. Admitting you don't know. Boy, that ain't going on in the world today, is it? All right, what's going on here? Queen of Cups. What's going on here? I get a lot off of that Sun card. I'm not sure what to sort out, so I'm going to wait till I clarify it, or I might get another answer between now and then. I'm only drawn, just so you know, to the hole right there. And normally I'd make a joke about the inflamed butthole. Any proctologists watching me, what do you think of that? But there's nothing funny here. It's not. I don't mean to get all serious on you, but there's nothing funny here about that. Why is that there? And we need to find out. But first we need to find out about the love here. It's the most love I can pull from the deck. This person definitely, they got something they need to say. But they keep getting pulled back a little bit. It's similar to what I got in Gemini, but in Gemini it's a person pulling them back. It's another character aspect of this person that's pulling them back. It's this energy. What's going on with the Queen of Cups? Tell me about it. Let's get going. It's the Fool. Look, love, the heart wants what it wants. The soulmate connection wants what it wants. This person is ready to go. Ready to do this. But they feel like their intuition is saying don't. And they're wrong. It isn't. It's the goat. Right? Does it sound like somebody saying don't? Or does it sound like, duh, right? You got to look at it that way. You do. Because goats, if goats could talk, they really can't actually just talk normal. A goat accent would be with, it'd have that in there. All right? What's on top? Ace of Pentacles. Look, they want. I mean, somebody on this wants this connection, and they're confused why they're not going to get it. It's because this is give the full cup, this don't, and they're read together. And in the middle is this poor little hungry owl. It was like, well, I got a sword. I went and got a sword just in case. I need to eat goat, right? He's probably not big enough to take down a goat, but him with a sword is. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here and the Queen of Swords? There's still some clouds on it here in this deck. Somebody is getting. It tells me that the message is getting convoluted along the way. The message is getting messed up. Okay, it's getting through. It feels like it's coming from the soul, but it's not. There's something about it that's weird. Yeah, it's that. We can see it. They can't. All right. Okay. I still don't. All right, it'll be interesting to see if the sun comes up somewhere else, the sun from this deck. I don't know that it will, but if it does, that's super interesting, okay? But I don't know that it will. I have no idea. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Let's talk about the Knight of Swords. Let's see what they want to tell you. Can you give me the communication aspect of the Knight of Swords? Because that is communication, right? So, what's going on? In certain contexts, this is communication. It's just not this one. It might be. I've been wrong before. So last time I said, I don't think we're going to get communication. I pulled an 8 of Wands there. So, I'm not the warlock on the hill. I'm not perfect. But if I'm not sure, I'm not going to say anything. Because I don't like guessing. I'm not going to fuck with people's lives by guessing. What the hell? You're married to a scientist like I am, you don't guess. They don't like guessing. I made the mistake of saying to her once, I'm just going to take a guess here. I got like a 2-hour lecture on why you don't guess. Okay. All right. No guessing. All right, let's go. Knight of Swords, the Chariot. Look, the brain's all on board. They know what they want to say. They got it all worked out. But the goat says, the goat over here, they're going to yell. They're going to yell. Don't. You're going to look stupid. Right. Okay. All right, motherfucker. What's on top? Look, look, come on. They're all set. They're ready to go. All packed. Ready to go. We saw this. Didn't we see something like this in a recent reading? I gave the analogy. You got the car all parked, packed, you're ready to go on vacation, everything's all set, everything's gone smooth, you walk out to the car, you open the driver's door, you grab a little knife and pop the tire, and then ruins the whole thing. It's just the Hierophant. Listen, this person here, you are fantastic. It's like you and I, right? You and I, we in love, we're having a big affair, right? And I'm going to come out there and I think everything is great. Everything's all packed and ready to go. And then I think, notice what I said. I think my intuition, my soul is telling me not to go. Right. That's what this person doesn't know. That's the problem. They may fancy themselves spiritual. There might even be somebody's guru for all I fucking know. I don't know. Might be a preacher in their town. I don't know. But you don't think your intuition is telling you anything. It doesn't. As soon as you do that, you're wrong. That's why on the Schrodinger's cat readings, I give you 2 animals. I say you got 2 seconds to pick. 1, 2, that's it. Because I don't want you thinking about which animal to pick. I just want you to pick one. And intuition for most people is gone actually far, far, far before 2 seconds. All right. Generally, I should give you a half a second. But there isn't any way to do that, really. I'm going to give you a half a second. That's it. It's like that. But, yeah, this person, they're ready to go, but they think their intuition is telling them not to. And it's not. It's just a goat. It's a talking goat. This person falls for the goat every time. Every time. Okay, the devil. Let's pull on the goat. We finally here. Why is it here? What do you want to tell me about the goat? Why? How did this get here? See, this has to be put here. Something. How does a static energy surround the soul and block it? It has to be put there. Usually 9 times out of 10. Okay, not all the time, but 9 times out of 10, you talk to a friend. And you sit down, or God forbid, more than one, and you sit down, and they give you advice, and then you pair that, it swirls with your own advice, and then doubt starts setting in about your own. This is made of doubt. It's what it is. And that doubt, when it gets attached underneath the heart chakra, before the heart chakra, right? When it gets hooked up there, it's like a guitar effects pedal. There are certain pedals you hook up, effects pedals you hook up in the string after one another, right? Like a compressor you put before certain things and a distortion you put after certain things, right? This energy of doubt hooked up before the heart chakra leads to this. It leads to you thinking your intuition is saying no, because it's coming from underneath the heart. It's coming from where the soul energy flows from, the direction of that. So you start thinking. Wow. You start thinking your intuition is telling you. That's your first sign. You've got to know that. If your intuition's telling you something, you'll feel it, you'll forget you felt it, and then you'll sort of remember it later. It'll come back. If you think about it for even more than, quite frankly, a half a second, it's not your intuition. All right, the devil, why is it here? I'm doing my best to explain it. I want to help you. I want to make sure that doesn't ever happen to you. All right, let's go. It's very common. Your philosophy on advice from other people should be, I'll take it under advisement, but the final decision lies with me. Always go into it with that kind of attitude, right? You're not going to let somebody else make a decision for you. The Wheel of Fortune is crossing this. It's a 10. 10s are the end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. But it's more than that. What's fueling that wheel? 7 of Wands. Yeah. Doubt. Wheel of Fortune with a 7 of Wands fueling it. Doubt. That's what that is. You know? It's like you're on the Wheel of Fortune game show and you spin the wheel, right? And you just start doubting it. You start doubting, it felt a little restrictive. I think old Pat Sajak or whoever the fuck is hosting it now has a brake pedal underneath the fucking podium or something, right? You start getting all kinds of crazy shit with it. It's just, they're just getting in their own way. This energy is just getting in the way. It was put there by another source, right? Probably talked to too many people. What's on top? The 7 of Swords and Leo. Leo energy, the strength card. So yeah, it's just the universe is just saying, I'll pull a bridging energy on it just for fun. The universe is just saying that, yeah, somebody here thinks they're listening to their intuition, but they're listening to a goat. So they're all on board to come towards you, have a conversation, want to give you the cup, but this energy here makes them think that you're just going to rip their head off and it's going to be terrible, it's going to be awful, and they feel like it's coming from the intuition because of where it's hooked up, because of where the energy is coming from. It's coming from underneath the heart. So you've got soul, heart, ego. Soul, heart, ego. We're just going to simplify it. Okay? No point making it complex. It is more complex than that. But why? For lesson purposes. Soul, heart, ego, brain. Right here is where this goat is coming from. Before the heart. So it comes in and it feels like this is also where the soul, the real intuition, all of that comes from. It comes from below the heart, goes through the heart and up to the head. In this case here, this has surrounded the soul and it's coming from below the heart. So it feels like it's intuition, but it's not. Okay? That's all. It's as simple as that. It's as simple. If you play guitar, you know what I mean. It's your pedal string, right? All right. Here we go. Let's pull a bridging energy. It just says I'm right. Let's pull a bridging energy. What put this here? I'm going to ask the question. I'm asking the fucking, I'm pulling it right there. It's the energy that goes right between these two. What or who put this devil static energy around that soul energy? Who did it? Maybe they did it to themselves. I don't know. But somebody should be coming towards you. Yeah, it should. It's just like I told you in the pre-shuffle. Should be. No doubt. Should be heading right in. Well, I got a card that fell on the floor, which means I get to pull another card. Okay? So, let's do it. The card that fell on the floor is the Two of Pentacles. That is confusing. That is frustrating. That is multiple sources of information. It's what I said. All right, let's pull another card. The card I would have pulled. The Seven of Wands. Unfucking real. Again, with the Seven of Wands. Again, you talk to too many people, you create too many problems. Right? They got 99 problems and they all somebody else. Okay, underneath it here is the Emperor. Somebody doesn't have the strength to make their own decisions, so somebody needs to talk to other people about shit. Whoever it is, they're fucking, and don't tell me my person doesn't do that. They do. They're doing it online or they're doing it somewhere. It wouldn't come out here if they didn't do it on some level. Or they're talking to another aspect of themselves. Okay? Talking it out with themselves. They take a walk and they talk to themselves and they try to work it out. They get in their own way. They're bad at it. They should stop. Okay? And whoever they're talking to is a fucking idiot. The person, you don't help someone who comes to you with a problem by creating doubt and making their problem worse. That creates this energy that calls it in. Actually, it doesn't create it. It calls it in. You in effect build that static energy wall, that devil energy around the soul. And then somebody's fucked for a long time because they're walking around thinking, oh, thank God I talked to so-and-so. My intuition is so much better now. It's not. Because they're not listening to their intuition and they doubt everything and they don't do anything and they end up stuck in life. It's, all right, Seven of Cups. Well, the Seven of Cups is a confusion energy. It's here because the Queen of Cups over here wants to give the full cup and the goat says no. So what's going on? Tell me about the Seven of Cups. I could also say they're looking at options, the universe. Yeah, they're looking at options. I get that. I don't think they're doing anything about them. I do have a sun here, which is tied to the Leo. It's Leo energy. It's tied to the Strength card, which is tied to Seven Swords. So far, it's not boding well for communication. As much as I would love to get the views, oh my God, my whole self-worth is based on how many views I get. Ooh, please. I don't give a shit. It is what it is. Give you some reality here. I'm telling you, that ain't communication. Why is but it is something that benefits you in some way. Your final outcome is the sun, so you come out okay here. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to talk to this person. I don't want to talk to somebody. This is Eight of Swords energy. How are you going to convince somebody that they're not listening to their intuition? How do you cancel that energy out? Well, they have to push past it in order for you to do that. But even when you do, there's still, even when they do and they show up, there's still tons of doubt. So the conflict, the fight ends up being a self-fulfilling prophecy. Maybe because you know about this, you don't feed it. And that's your only hope here. In other words, lots of people want to fight and argue with me, right? If you ever want to get nitpicked, if you love getting nitpicked, start a YouTube channel and hope that it gets popular. Okay? You will love it. You will be in heaven, right? It's a lot of people that want to have arguments with me. They want to have debates. The problem is, I don't want to have it with them, so they don't happen, right? I don't care. I'm here offering a point of view. You got a point of view, go start your own fucking channel. I don't fucking want to hear it. I'm living my life. I'm doing my thing. I'm sharing things that I know to be true. All right? Go start your own channel, and then you can see and get nitpicked by a whole bunch of people and see how you like it. Seven of Cups. It's crossed by the Knight of Pentacles. Again, this confusion keeps this person stuck. They insist on being afraid to go in the water, yet they want to go in the water. Imagine it's a 112-degree day. It's a hot day, right? It's 42 degrees Celsius for those of you in other countries. It's hotter than fucking hell, right? Hot. And he wants to go, he's in a fucking suit of armor, wants to go in the water really bad, but isn't. Why? Because of the goat. But I'm hot. You'll be fine. The metal will protect you. Okay. If you say so, goat. What's on top? King of Wands. Somebody's afraid to get... It's what I said. Why are you just repeating me, universe? Somebody's afraid of getting their ego shot down. No, they'd love something with you. Your aces. 2 thumbs up. 2 fucking thumbs up. All the love in the world for you. Want to come give it. But they're afraid of getting hurt. You're high-hanging fruit. They like low-hanging fruit. The goat says no. The goose says go. Right? I mean, the goose says go. The goat says no. And right here, that feeds into this. It feeds into their ego. Yet, their ego is on board. We can read it in another layer of energy that way. This card can represent the ego. The King of Wands. The Burger King. Right? Got to have it their way. The ego is right here, and it's on board. And it is. I see that with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay? But they are afraid, if they do give, that they're going to get hurt. Because the King of Wands energy is also doesn't do anything that prevents it from looking cool. Right? It always wants to look cool. Always wants to look in control. Always wants to look like it's the shit. Wow. It cares a lot what other people think. Outside appearances. Right? This is the asshole that would paint a car that doesn't run. Right? Just because it might as well look good parked in the driveway. Can't drive it. But you just got it painted. Right? I mean, it's the same kind of personality right here. Why is the King of Wands here? 10 of Wands. Yeah. Again, it's hard for this person to see the forest for the trees. It's red with the Queen of Swords, and I talked about the clouds. There's still some clouds here because the goat keeps coming in. They're still listening to too many people. Okay? And it's causing a real fucking problem. You know, it really is. Again, somebody doesn't know what to do. There's a fool. They want to go. And the fool was crossing. Wasn't it crossing over here? Didn't we have a fool somewhere? Was it here or here? It was somewhere. I forget. Doesn't matter. There it is. Yeah. There was a fool somewhere. I'm sure of it. If not, then whatever. But there they go. All right. Okay. The Sun. We're finally here. Assuming the Fool was crossing here, which I think it was. Okay, I could be wrong, and I should probably check that. I won't edit this out if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, and the Fool was crossing here, then that totally backs up that all they want to do is give the Cup and the Goat is saying no. Okay, so this is your problem. Your problem is probably who somebody's talking to. Your problem is who's in their ear. Even if it's a part of themselves. Okay? The Sun. What's the final on this for my viewers, universe? What is it? What's the final on this for my viewers? It's just as well we do a full, big, giant reading here because this is for the all signs. This is the Cancerian position. It's the theme energy. It makes sense that we would do that. And it makes sense that that devil is there because that's the only thing that should stop this person from coming in because everything's on board. It's crossed by karma. Well, you might know it as judgment. It's got an eclipse, right? But it could also be read as a new moon. All right? So it goes either way with the energy coming off of it. This has something to do with the new moon eclipse that opens the month. So we're talking about October, okay? And we're talking about some kind of karma getting cleared for you no matter what happens here. It's sort of a I told you so moment. Okay? You get some kind of I told you so moment and that benefits you. I don't mean you pick on them or you say it to somebody and you're kind of childish about it. I mean, there's something about that helps you. The eclipse helps to clarify some things for you, I think. What's on top? Yeah. You come out smelling like a rose here. It's victory, right? This card is red with the Knight of Cups. But why is the Six of Wands here? The 10 of Pentacles. Yeah. I think you just find out that you were right about something. Now, you can read this how you want. Okay? You can buy the cards. Okay? Buy the cards. Somebody wants a second chance. It looks like they know what they want to do. And it looks like they might do it because you're the real deal. You're the 10 of Pentacles. They feel the connection. It's red with the Hierophant. They want long term with you. They want to be married. Okay? But really, the way the energy reads, is, let's say this person's married. Let's just say that. The way the energy actually reads is, yes, they want a second chance. You're their karma, because they know if they come towards you that it's going to ruin their marriage. It's going to fuck it up. Okay? It's going to destroy the whole thing. And somebody has talked them around on doing that. All right? So you can look at it however you want. Your person doesn't have to be married. It doesn't matter. They know that there's great victory in coming towards you, but there's something very powerful stopping them from doing it. And let's find out. Let's find out. Let's pull on the karma. Let's see if I'm right. Let's grab the little animal deck. Let's grab a fresh deck, and let's pull on karma. I think for a lot of you, you see that, well, I don't want to say it this way. I'm going to say it this way, but don't take it wrong. You see that you're better than this person in some way. You see that that they weren't right for you in some way. There's some sort of clarity that comes your way. And I think that's why I was drawn to the butthole. I think you see what a butthole, what an asshole somebody is. Okay? With a love this much, you let other people, if other people can stop that and influence it. Let's see what's going on with karma here. Let's pull on karma. Let's see where we go. It's the Nine of Cups. It's something, your karma attached to this is something you thought you wanted. Okay? Two of Cups. And the Empress. Wow. 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 This person knows that you're their soulmate and they're very attracted to you, but they're afraid to come get it. It's the bottom line. And that's their karma. That's the karma here. That's what it is. I think it's happened in past lifetimes before. I'm just being honest. I mean, I was blown away when I saw this. I had to pull another card. I had to pull a bridging energy. And because honestly, it's just this person knows exactly what they want to do. I mean, they really want you in their life. But they're afraid to go get it because either an aspect of themselves, talking to themselves, or someone else has filled their head with doubt. And that doubt has drifted down into below the heart chakra. That it's swirled with their feelings, which are down by the soul. And it's created this almost like a static energy force field around the soul. At the end of the day, yep, this person, their karma is to realize, I'll put it this way, their karma, the karma that they're blowing out through this in the month of October, is to realize that you were the fucking one. And they're too afraid to come get it. And they can't have it. In other words, because of their own fucking bullshit. I don't see anybody overcoming that. Okay? It's not going to be a popular reading, I'm sure. But I don't really care. I'm not here to bullshit you. It's fine. Your karma is to see the same thing. Not about yourself, but about them. That's what I said. Your karma is to realize that they were never the one in the first place. You don't want someone who's afraid of the connection, of you, of how much they love you and how attractive. It's so afraid that somebody can just talk them out of it. You don't want that, right? So it cuts both ways. So that's why the sun is here, because it is happy. It's happy to know that I met the most powerful soulmate I'm going to meet in my life. For them, anyway. Not for you. I don't think they're your most powerful. But fine. On their side, the happiness is to this realization. Yeah, those two energies can make you very happy. The Two of Cups and the Empress. Right? Releases a lot of oxytocin and dopamine. Right? The happy chemical and the love bug chemical. Right? Even though they're afraid to come get it. They're happy. You? Well, you're happy because they weren't the one for you. You're happy. It's good to know that. It's good to know what you want, what you don't want. Okay? I mean, I don't have them coming towards you. I have them too afraid to. This is a month. We talked about it in the overview. I talked about it in my write-up. You've got to see the sense of humor in things. Cycles are closing out. Right? I wrote a story, a lowbrow story about it, the moment I realized my youth was over. Right? This is the moment you realize maybe that this connection with whoever this is to you, it's time for it to say goodbye. You can't be with somebody who's afraid to be with you. Right? It is what it is. You've got to find the angle on that where you can get a chuckle. It's just a fact. It's just the way it is. For them, I think it's a lot less chuckly. For them, I think it's just somebody realizing that they are big chicken shit and they cost themselves something very, 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 very huge. All right? They cost themselves a lot of happiness out of fear. Out of fear of looking stupid, which is what the King of Wands, the Burger King, is always afraid of. Does that mean that we're never going to see this energy again in readings? Of course not. They're going to think about you all the time. But I think this is one specific energy. It might be an older energy. It might be the first runner that you started watching readings for, the one that you always tell me has been gone for 5 years, 10 years, I'm never going to see him. I don't know. Whatever it is, man, do they want to come towards you, and they are learning something here that they're too chicken to. And it's because of that. It's because of that doubt energy and what it did and where it went. All right? Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you, and we'll get out of here. Let's grab the witches back. What else you want to tell everybody? I told you that wasn't going to be communication. But in a way, it is a good energy. It is clarity. It is goodbye in a lot of ways. Goodbye to romance. Goodbye to an era. Goodbye to a person. I think you realize the same thing even if they do show up, I'll be honest. I think you do. I think you realize it. Because they're still showing up with all this doubt and all this whatever. All this fear of getting hurt. If you're afraid to get hurt, then you're not being vulnerable. You're not being opened up. You got to go into love completely afraid and okay with getting hurt. And the end of story. You got to be perfectly fine with it. And this could be somebody who you haven't seen in a long time. If you have a connection with them, these energies come in. Right? They think about you. What else you want to tell everybody, universe, before we go here? You got anything to say? 7 cups, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, and 2 of Cups. You got other, I said, I don't think they're the biggest soulmate for you, whoever this is. I don't. You got other options coming. It doesn't matter. Here in October, you got chances. You got new chances for new adventures and new friends and making new soulmates with other people. You're fine. October for you, I asked what it wanted to tell you. It's 2 of Cups crossing the Page of Wands. That looks pretty cool all by itself. But right here, we got a couple of cups. Right here, we got 7 of Cups read with Page of Cups. This is October in a nutshell. It's not confusion for you. It's about opportunities. It's about love. Some of them good, some of them bad. Some of them magic, some of them tragic. But you find the humor in all of it, and you just keep moving forward. It's all new adventures is what's beginning here. We're starting a whole new phase of new adventures. New soulmates entering the cycle, new things, new way of looking at things, all of it. It all happens right here in this energy, especially around the very sobering 1010 portal. All right? So that's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all subscribers, everybody who shares, everybody who watches. If all you wanted was, I just want a reading that tells me they're coming in and communicating, then you're very on the surface yourself. You might have a lot to look at. Okay? You might. Because if fine, let's say this person's coming in to communicate. This person we polled on. There is no possibility, in my opinion, with all this and that there in the soul, for anything long-term with this person. If you're just looking to get banged, you can do that at any pub in your neighborhood. You know, no big deal. It's pretty fucking easy. They got apps for that now too. You know, you want someone who's done cooking. You want someone who's not afraid to be vulnerable. This energy still is while that devil is there. So whether they come in or not, the result is the same, like I said. All right, that's your reading. Good luck.